Okay, it's one of those random videos I thought I'd talk about. I want to ask you guys, between these 5 following movies, which one was your favorite of the 5 I'm presenting right here, right now? Specifically, which one was your favorite that focus on nothing but Kanto and Johto series? Or ones that actually feature most people who really liked Misty. Unfortunately, she's not one of my favorite characters. I still say Dawn is the best protagonist. Misty's overrated. And if you're one of those fanboys who's going to backlash my videos, you better not. Because I will suspend... No, I'm not suspend. I will block you and remove your comment. Stuff like that. But let's not get into that. The point is, of these 5 movies, which one's your favorite? Oh, and by the way, 4 out of those 5 movies featured Brock through the whole movie. In the second one, they had Tracy instead of Brock. Most people would say Brock is better than Tracy, and I agree with them. Not that Tracy was annoying, but Brock was funnier, from what most people say. As you can tell, the first one I have here is the first 3 Pokemon movies. If you want to get the first Pokemon movie, well, if you want the scene that was removed in if you want the whole scenes in the film, my best recommendation is going for a VHS copy, because the Blu-ray and DVD copies, they edit out the scene where Mewtwo was in a factory where they were doing tests on him and then he breaks free, if I remember correctly. I'll have to rewatch the movie and then I'll put it in the comments and pin it at the top and say if the scene was there or not. I'll have to rewatch this again. But that's the first movie where it started. The second movie, which is funny, it's called 2000, although it's also goes by different names, but we call it 2000 for some reason. That one had Tracy instead of Brock. And this involved not only just Lugia, but it also involved Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno. And it also involved this collector guy who's trying to capture all 4 of them. But things get out of hand, and he's the one who's causing chaos, if I remember correctly. Then you've got the third film, which involves Entei, but it also involves a little girl named Molly. So, if anyone has seen this film. Oh, by the way, back in the day, when Cartoon Network was still using the checkerboard logo, these were the only 3 films they were showing on the channel. They didn't show the 4th one, the 5th, or up until the 16th film, which I believe is Hoopa and the Clash of Ages. No, wait, let me recount. No. The 18th film. I was close. I do know the 19th one aired on Disney XD because Cartoon Network doesn't care about Pokemon anymore. Next we have is Pokemon Forever, which involves Celebi. Personally, I have mixed feelings on this movie. The movie's okay, but I really hate the villain in the 4th film, that Pokemon Hunter guy. Among the villains in all the films, he's one of the ones that I hate the most. I don't know if he's number 1 or not. I'll have to arrange a list a little later in an upcoming video in the future. But this is one of the films that also aired on Toon Disney back in the day, part of their big movie show, because Miramax created this film. And these days, Disney owns Miramax, and here's where things get funnier. These days, Pokemon's airing on the Disney XD channel, which was formerly known as Toon Disney and Jetix. Go figure. And last but not least, we have the 5th movie, Heroes. Now, don't ask why it looks washed out. It was like that when I got it. I got it from a $5 bin at a Walmart. Same with Forever. Anyway, this was the 5th film. It has Latios and Latias, and this was also the last ever film you'll ever see Misty in it. This was before she left the series. I thought the series got better without her, but I'm not going to get into debate on Pokegirls, because that's going to be a separate video for a separate time. But this was also where we saw Latios and Latias, which are actually Hoenn Pokemon. So, but without further ado, tell me your thoughts. Of the 5 films that you see on screen, this one's a 3-in-1 package, as you can tell. This is the collector's steel case, It's a collector's item. If you were to get this now in a Blu-ray case, it would be in a plastic case, like your normal Blu-ray cases. If you really want the steel case, your best bet is bidding on eBay or checking Amazon. So tell me, of these 5 Kanto and Johto movies, which one's your favorite? The first one, which involved Mewtwo, the second one, which involved Lugia, the third one, which involved Entei, the fourth one that involved Celebi, or the fifth one that involved Latios and Latias. Oh, and by the way, spoiler on the 5th movie. If you haven't seen any of the movies, please watch them, because, as mentioned, this has spoilers. Although I should have mentioned that earlier. I will put that in the description, obviously, as you can tell from the title. So, tell me in the comments, of the 5 movies shown here, which one's your favorite? Go ahead and vote in the comments right now, and I'm signing off. Have a good one.